Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Tuesday 10 with CAD Chica Sports. I am your host, CAD Chica Sunny Cadwallader. Tuesday 10 is a quick 10-minute chat with leaders and up-and-comers in the world of sports, from business, media, social media, marketing, and much more. Tonight's guest is from the world of marketing, and I will bring her on in just a few minutes. I'd like to thank Q1 Productions for partnering with CAD Chica Sports to bring you tonight's episode. Q1 Productions will bring you the Digital Sports Fan Engagement Conference in Dallas, Texas, March 3rd and 4th. It's the first of its kind in this country, and so it should be an exciting time, bringing together the leaders and innovators who use an integrated mix of digital media to drive fan engagement. And tonight I'd like to welcome my guest, Jaime Carlin, from the Director of Marketing from Texas Motor Speedway. Jaime?
Well, hey, Sunny. Thank you so much for having me on, and thank you so much to Q1 Productions for helping bring out a great story about digital sport, the digital aspect of sports, the true second screen experience. I am the Director of Marketing at Texas Motor Speedway. I started the marketing department there 2.5 years ago, and have a background in technology. I knew nothing about motorsports when I started at the track 5 years ago, and I would hardly call myself an expert today, but I am. I do call myself a new fan, which is incredible because I know I have a kind of inherent understanding of what it takes to build and create new fans. So it's a very exciting time in our sport, in NASCAR, some of the changes that are happening, in IndyCar, some of the changes that are taking place there, Red Bull Air Races, some of the new stuff that's happening there. So in motorsports all around, a great and incredibly exciting time, but also an incredibly exciting time at Texas Motor Speedway.
Well, we are going to talk about a few of those things, but first I want to at least touch on the social media aspect of what Texas Motor Speedway, you and your team have done. Why don't you tell everyone the platforms that you use to help get the word out on what Texas Motor Speedway is all about?
Absolutely, I'd love to. And I probably will forget one, and so the person who coordinates our social media will probably be texting me here shortly. But so we are in a variety of areas, and they all serve different purposes, which is a lot about what I'm talking about at Q1 Productions at their digital sports conference. We are Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Vine, YouTube. Snapchat, don't discount it. It has a place.
Yep, definitely.
Foursquare, Pinterest. Man, Pinterest. 40% of our customers are women. If we're not on Pinterest, we're crazy. Gosh, where else are we? Things I probably clout. That's not.
You're just everywhere.
We aren't everywhere. We are
just
not,
about everywhere. But you're effective
at
what you do. You're effective at where you're at.
We do. We choose by what is going to serve an audience that we need to meet and where we feel like we can message effectively. We're in LinkedIn. We don't message through LinkedIn. Google+, that's something we absolutely chose not to enter. Mm-hmm. So all of those things will be why, what our strategies were, why we chose where we chose. We're going to talk about all of that at the Q1 Productions of the Digital Sports Conference they're doing.
Definitely, definitely. Now, we were talking earlier in the green room that there might be one in particular that you're going to focus on this year. Did you want to share that publicly? Which channel?
We're finally getting to a point where we're ready to start talking about our goals there, but YouTube. We all know that YouTube has more viewers and more eyes on it in a day than any cable channel. So there are some pretty powerful cable channels out there, so that's saying a whole heck of a lot about YouTube. More importantly, the eyes that are on that are young eyes, 12 to 34-year-olds. If you don't believe me, go and sit at your local middle school cafeteria for 30 minutes and listen to what they're talking about. They're talking about what they saw on YouTube last night when their parents think they're asleep. They're not watching that saucy content. They're watching some really strong content. Right. These are consumers at the age of 12. Believe it or not, they are consumers. We all know that. And they are savvy. And they're going to be even more savvy as they age. They want good, strong, quality content, and that's what they're talking about. So YouTube is a frontier. We have been there. It has just in the past 2 or 3 months come under the control of the marketing department. It was kind of the last social media frontier to cross over.
Right.
And in the past 2 weeks, we have started creating some really good content. We did so. I'm going to give NASCAR a plug. They are doing a hashtag drafting initiative surrounding the Daytona 500, which is effectively motorsports Super Bowl.
Right.
And we just released our hashtag drafting video, which is a lot of fun, on our YouTube channel. So more of that to come.
Great.
But that is where we will be focusing our attentions, and still maintaining all of our other channels and outlets. But we're going to be focusing on that YouTube market.
Well, it's through social media that I first heard about the Duck Commander 500, and that is part of a huge weekend for the Dallas area. Texas Motor Speedway is getting involved with the Final Four. It's Final Four weekend, which is a huge event in itself. But tell me more about what Texas Motor Speedway is doing that weekend. There's a little hoops action going on there.
Yeah, as a college basketball fan, man, it's the ultimate sports weekend.
You're a Duke. Are you a Dookie? Was that right?
Yes, ma'am. Blue Devil. I bleed blue. Absolutely. And it is the ultimate sports weekend. And 2 years ago, the Dallas market was chosen as the #1 sports market in the United States. I think we're going to prove it again in April. And when basketball is off the court, we're on the track. We worked our schedule so that people could come to Dallas and have a true ultimate sports weekend. All of those college basketball fans who where NASCAR is on their bucket list, or maybe they're like me and they're a lover of both, they can have the best of both worlds. So absolutely.
Harlem Globetrotters, is that what I saw correctly?
We just announced today the Harlem Globetrotters will be headlining our I mean, come on, the Harlem Globetrotters. How many people get to see
That's a great coup.
Great
way to tie it all in.
Oh man, fun time. But they're headlining our No Limits Garage Party. We have a whole lot of other stuff going on in that party, but that is a private event, an exclusive event for our season ticket holders. They go to that event for free. They get that experience for free. Now, some of our other fans are going to get to interact with the Harlem Globetrotters, because it just wouldn't be the Harlem Globetrotters if they weren't initiating, engaging fans. This may be the largest the largest crowd they've ever played before. It's 160,000 people.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, so it's gonna be crazy.
Goodness, and fans that are there that weekend, I think, or when is the debut of something I heard about, Big Hoss?
We're building.
I love that hashtag. I love that name. I need to hear more about. For those who don't even know what I'm talking about, please tell them what it is, the genesis, where it came about, and how much of a raise that person got for that name.
Well, we'll see how much she gets. No. Big Hoss TV is the world's largest HD screen, and when I say it's the world's largest, it's 12 stories tall. It is a 1330 screen. For you geekies out there, you techies, like I know, it's almost a 4K screen. It's amazing. It is called Big Hoss because it's a big hoss, and when we were working through, like you said, the genesis and how this was going to come about, it had a nickname that was not marketable. So we changed it. It was just nothing that it was just, we had to call it something, right? Because it was so big. Right. It was a monster. But it is very exciting. We are in a market where the Dallas Cowboys really have kind of set the tone. They have done a fantastic job within their venue, with the big screen, and it's beautiful. When you go in there, man, it nothing against digital sports. It is truly the second screen experience. It is amazing. But we had to, everything's bigger in Texas. Yep. So, and we're in a facility where our fans are sitting a half-mile away. So it had to be big. We knew that. It had to be big. Anything less than what it is, then it wouldn't be Texas, first of all, and it wouldn't be enough for our fans.
Right.
And our mother track, Charlotte Motor Speedway, we're owned by Speedway Motorsports, and Charlotte Motor Speedway was the first track that Bruton Smith built.
Okay.
They installed now the second largest screen in the world about 3 years ago, and so this one, obviously, it's Texas. We had to go bigger, so 30% larger, and truly with purpose. It was not just to be bigger. It was to truly be able to deliver to our fans engaging content. This is not a TV. We call it Big Hoss TV, but that's really a misnomer. It truly is a multimedia experience.
Okay.
It'll deliver racing action, stats. We have the only ability in all of professional sports to immediately bring in social media. We have the state-of-the-art instant replay. We have 24 cameras feeding this content monster. Gosh. At any point in time, at any of those 24 camera points, we can press an instant replay. We're not at the mercy of whatever the broadcast wants to replay. We have the ability to replay any moment at the track. Right. So if you want to see the Harlem Globetrotters do that special dunk again, we can replay it for you. No problem.
That's fantastic. That is going to be a tremendous experience for any fan, not just that first weekend in April, but throughout the season, with whether it's NASCAR, IndyCar racing, dirt track. I mean, the whole gamut of events out there.
Just imagine Red Bull Air Races on that. Red Bull. This is the first year Red Bull Air Races truly they're racing over land, and then they one-upped it. They not only are racing over land, but they picked 2 places to race in the United States. Texas Motor Speedway is first. Wow. They're going to race within our bowl, within our facility. These airplanes that are going from 14 Gs to negative 5 Gs. It's all going to happen within the bowl and on Big Hoss.
That's fantastic. I do want to get back to the conference, because there's one of the panels that you're going to be talking on is definitely going to utilize the experience that you've gained through not just with Big Hoss, but the entire Texas Motor Speedway marketing department. Mm-hmm. It's going to be discussing strategies to use, and how to navigate through all the myriad of social platforms, and how to decide what kind of strategy that you're going to be using or you're going to be discussing this at the DSFE 14. Tell me how you came across this conference, what intrigued you, what brought you to it, and maybe even a little bit of what you're going to be discussing there.
Yeah. So as you mentioned, it's a first-time conference. It's very exciting. They asked us all to do interviews. I described the digital aspect as the sixth sense. Because it truly is, but I also then went a little bit further and described it as not only is it the sixth sense, but it's a toddler-esque sixth sense. It's screaming to be fed, mm-hmm. and it has no patience whatsoever. If you don't feed it, it's moving on, right? It's going to go find another place that's going to feed it.
So I like that analogy.
That is the truth. I don't consume anything anymore without that second screen experience. I really don't. From award shows to sporting events, I have my iPad in my lap at all times, engaging and watching what everybody else is saying. So. Right. Just in the social media realm, it's very exciting, but when you look across all platforms, all channels, what's happening within the digital space is we're going to look back in 20 years and know that we were in marketing and we were in sports at a time where the world changed, because it truly it's changing, and it's very exciting that we're in the midst of it, and that we're getting a chance to come together as a group and really talk about it even though it's been probably good 6 years in the making that we've come to this place. It's still very much in its infancy. It changes every day. Intent-based marketing, this time last year was a pipe dream, and today it is extremely very much a reality. So I was approached by Q1 Productions. I spoke at National Sports Forum last week. Was it last week? Yes, last week. Yeah. And they saw what I was speaking about and asked if I would be willing to come and talk here, and absolutely, without question, there were no hesitation. Of course, I will do it because I cannot wait to hear what other people in the sports, in a variety of sports, are doing to engage those fans, to give them that true second screen experience. And at the end of the day, how we're bringing people back to the live venue, because we are fighting TV every day. So how we're all going to come together to do that. And digital is the answer there. It really, it truly will be.
So will you have, I mean, I think you told me in the green room that you'll be on 2 different panels. Will you have time to take in some of the other parts of the conference? Are you already going to be connecting with other people there? What are you looking forward to if you will be able to just take it in as a viewer?
Really cool about this event, we're all obviously quite connected in a digital sense. So yes, I'm already connecting with people who will be there. And yes, I will be speaking about strategy and how do you choose and how do you go and how do you know, but then also about sports sponsorship and giving the best value for those of us selling or I'm not selling sponsorships, but I'm absolutely part of the process. Right. Knowing that they don't want static billboards anymore, they want things that are truly interactive and in the digital space. So how are we doing that to build the best for them? So I am planning on attending as much as possible. I do have a content monster to feed, which is Big Hoss TV. So I'm going to attend as much as I can, absolutely.
Well, that's great. Well, I think you and I discussed this in the green room. We did go past 10 minutes, so thank you. That's okay. I was happy to just listen and partake of everything that you were talking about, so that is fine. Thank you for your time, Jamie. Thank you for spending a few minutes talking about Big Hoss, Texas Motor Speedway, and the Digital Sports Fan Engagement Conference. Thank you to Q1 Productions for partnering again and allowing me to bring Jamie on to talk all things digital and marketing. Be sure to check out the events page here on Google Plus for more information on how you can get $100 off your registration. Thank you again, Jamie. I appreciate your time.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate the opportunity.
And thank you again, and tune in next week at a special time for Tuesday 10 when my guest will be Jeremy McPeak from the Phoenix Suns. Talk to you next week.